So, Jamie, what myth are we looking at today?
Today, Adam, we're looking at the myth that all Asians look alike.
Cool. And how do we test a myth like that?
Well, with the help of our Asian assistant, Grant Imahara, and our 3 Asian volunteers here, we have devised a test that should bust this particular small-minded racist myth once and for all.
Cool. So when do we get started?
As soon as Imahara gets here.
Isn't that him over there?
I'm not sure. The one on the left?
No, the one in the blue shirt.
Grant, is that you?
If any of you are Grant Imahara, please step forward.
Oh, come on, Grant, stop pissing us around. We really need to bust this small-minded racist myth before lunch.
Okay, this time on Mythbusters, we're testing like the biggest myth ever.
That cat tastes like chicken?
No. Does God exist?
Oh, so you didn't want me to put Tittles in the deep fryer?
No.
Excuse me.
Now, a lot of people may believe that God exists, but how do we actually prove that God exists?
Well, the proof that most people cite is that they pray to God and he answers their prayer.
Right, like when you pray for someone who's really sick to get better.
But that sick person may be getting better due to modern medicine, the skill of a surgeon, or just through the body's natural healing.
Exactly. God could be claiming credit for stuff that he has nothing to do with.
So for this experiment to work, we need a proper control.
And that means kidnapping a terminally ill patient.
After you, Dr. Adam.
Why, thank you, Dr. Jamie. Let's go.
Don't make it so loud. It's jiggling up and down.
Julie's body is just like riddled with cancer. Until a few hours ago, she was receiving all of the benefits of Western medicine in a hospital.
Mama.
We stole her body, cut off all her treatments, and now we're about to pray to God to cure her.
You're part of an experiment. Dear Lord Jesus,
Oh, Father,
I love
Father,
you a lot.
I love you.
As much as I love my own mom and dad. So I just love you, God, and Lord, and Jesus, and Christmas. Thank you. Well, it's been 5 days now, and it's not looking good.
No, it isn't. I think she'll be dead within the hour.
God has really dropped the ball on this one.
He has. In addition to praying for Julie's recovery, I also prayed to God that Jessica Alba would ask me out on a date. So far, she has not called.
So, do we call this myth busted?
Well, the prayer didn't work, but that could be because God couldn't be bothered to save Julie.
Right, because she could, go on to be really evil like Hitler and kill millions of people.
Don't forget, God allowed Hitler to exist.
So you're saying that God may exist, but he just doesn't give a shit about what happens in the world?
It would explain a lot, my friend.
Interesting. Either way, I'm calling this myth busted.
Agreed.
Well, that was a real hoot. Next week on the show, we're gonna look at the myth of Allah.
No, we're not.
What?
No, Allah is real. Totally real. Get Adam, he's the infidel. Okay, so what myth are we testing today, Adam?
Well, this is one of the oldest cultural myths. You may have heard of it. It's the myth that black men have bigger penises than white men.
Well, I've got a ruler.
And we're both white, and we have penises, so we are the control.
Now we just have to find a whole lot of black penises.
Do you know any black people?
I think it's pretty obvious that I don't.
And I'm quite possibly the whitest non-albino ever created. I've seen black people in movies, though.
Yeah, me too.
So what do we do?
But where do we find a whole lot of black men?
As you can see, we're standing outside a federal prison.
According to the latest census, even though African Americans only represent 12% of the total population, they represent 68% of the prison population.
Which works out really great for our experiment.
Yeah, it's neat.
So we've asked the governor of this prison to lock us up with all the other prisoners, and then we can ask to measure their penises and start testing our myth.
Yeah, great. Let's go. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, it's now 24 hours later, and we've asked the governor to let us just stop testing our myth. We don't want to go into any details.
I don't want to talk about it.
But we can confirm that this myth is entirely true. Like, if anything, it's an understatement.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm only glad that I'm not the one with the walrus mustache here in the berry.
I don't want to talk about it. I want to go home. I need to wash my beret many, many times.
So, like, confirmed?
Myth confirmed.
Okay, Jamie, let's go home, man. We'll get you into a shower.
So, Jamie, what are we looking at today?
Today we're testing the myth that you run like a girl.
I so don't run like a girl, man. Myth busted. Now, come on, Jamie, stop fooling around. We got a lot of myths to bust.
Myth confirmed. Okay, today on Mythbusters, we're testing the myth that if you play music backwards, you can actually reveal hidden satanic messages.
Yeah, for example, if you play the Beatles song, Revolution Number 9, backwards, apparently it says, Paul is dead, Paul is dead.
In fact, if you play the entire Paul McCartney solo catalog backwards, it actually sounds better, especially Bound on the Run.
Okay, let's go. Well, first we have to take all the necessary safety precautions. So in the event that Satan has any pressing demands, we've set up a satanic altar.
No need to piss off Satan, agreed?
Agreed.
Now, I thought we'd start with this wholesome, non-heavy metal record, The Sound of Music.
Wow, what a coincidence. That is like one of my most favorite things.
Really?
Yeah, that along with brown paper packages tied up with string.
Right. I'm into Tetris and computer chess.
Jamie. Okay, moving right along. Let's see what happens when we play Sound of Music backwards.
Cool.
Ring of Beelzebub blood.
Did you hear that?
Play it again, play it again.
Ring of Beelzebub blood. Ring of Beelzebub blood.
Wow, it clearly says bring Beelzebub blood. Bring Beelzebub blood. Bring Beelzebub blood. Bring... What is happening to me?
So, myth confirmed?
Confirmed. Hey, we better obey the Dark Lord.
Yeah, no sense in pissing off Satan. Sorry, Grant. Sorry, Satan. Okay, for this to work, I'm gonna have my head clamped in a vise. I'm gonna have a mousetrap attached to my nipple, right?
Ouch!
I'm gonna be wearing edible lederhosen filled with savage Argentine ants, okay?
Yummy!
This is Adam over here. Adam's gonna be wearing an electric dog collar attached to a car battery. Yeah, you're gonna have leather pants on, and you're gonna have a lit firecracker up your anus.
Oh, kaboom!
Yeah.
Let's do it, Jamie, come on!
Cool.
I don't want to hurt your temples, man.
No, you're
Close it,
not.
close
Go
it.
for it, go for it.
Okay. Let the string do its work.
Yeah.
Tighter.
Really tighter?
Yeah, tighter.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a simple bow, right?
Okay,
Come on, light it.
Okay, here we
Okay, go. Come on.
So, are you guys ready to bust this myth?
Myth? What myth? We're going out on the town.
Come on, man.
Hey, Adam.
Dude, hey, today on Mythbusters, we're gonna test the myth that people who wear berets are wankers.
Au contraire. Well, Adam, it seems TV cameramen are not impervious to bullets.
Myth busted.
Agree.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, so what have you got for us, Adam?
We got a really great one today, namely the old wives' tale that says it takes 7 whole years for chewing gum to pass through the human digestive system.
Cool. So how do we go about it?
Easy. I got the gum. And now we wait.
Cool. Anything yet?
Nope, nothing. This may take some time. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, just a fart. Still waiting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, just another fart.
Oh, would it help if I, like, massaged your...
Yeah. Try to,
I'm just gonna work Adam's ass cheek.
Yeah.
Attempt to assist the peristaltic movement and
Yeah, peristalsis, that's a great word.
trying to create a little vacuum in his anus.
Yeah.
To produce the chewing gum.
Peristalsis starts in your esophagus and ends up right at the end of your sphincter. And it's that kind of, if you try and like insert something into your ass, that sensation that it wants to just come straight back out, that's like peristalsis in its most purest form.
Adam.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chewing gum hasn't come out, but something else has. It's not pleasant.
Sorry, have you got some wipes? Like some paper towel?
I'll go get some.
Maybe I'll just take a shower.
Okay, so today we're gonna test the myth that urinating in your wetsuit actually does attract sharks.
So over there we have a tank with a shark in it, and here we have Jamie.
Jamie, buddy, you meant to wait until you get inside of the tank? Oh man, that is... You had asparagus for lunch, didn't you?
I thought that was supposed to be a myth.
No, sir, that is no myth. That is fact, and that is really smelly.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, dude. Well, tonight's myth hits really close to home.
Sounds interesting. What is that myth?
Well, the myth is that we're not running out of ideas.
Busted.
Definitely busted.
So busted, we got nothing.
Okay, so let's test the myth about the Coca-Cola can and the aspirin again.
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's go. So, Jamie, what are we looking at today?
It's a pretty interesting one, Adam. The myth that Australians value mateship above all else.
Yeah, you know, it's like part of the Anzac story, and at one stage John Howard wanted to make it part of the Constitution. But Jamie, how do we prove or disprove the myth of mateship?
I've rigged up something that I think should do the job. This is Ben.
Hey, Ben.
G'day.
Ben's an Aussie.
Hey!
And this is Ben's best mate, Mick, also an Aussie. As you can see, I've rigged up this massive 10-ton weight above Mick's head. When it falls on him, it'll crush him like a bug.
Oh, man, that is freaking huge. How did you rig that?
Another day, my friend. And over there is an average-looking woman. We've told Ben if he doesn't make it over to untie his best mate in under 2 minutes, the massive 10-ton weight that I have suspended above his head will fall on him and crush him to death.
No, man.
We've also told Ben that he might be half a chance with that woman.
So, like, what do we do?
We wait.
So how you feeling, Ben? Ben? Hey, busted.
Massive.
So shall we untie Mick?
He's not my mate.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Ben. Mate.
What's good for you? Tonight on What's Good For You, a question many of you have been asking. Is this show a shameless rip-off of the American hit TV show Mythbusters? Here's Brooke.
First of all, let's take a look at the lead presenters on Mythbusters. One has a silly beret and they both have gay-looking moustaches. Now let's take a look at the lead presenter on What's Good For You. Well, wouldn't you know? Not a gay moustache or a stupid French hat in sight. Just a normal woman who looks like an alien. And how about popularity? Mythbusters has an enthusiastic worldwide following. It's shown on hundreds of TV networks around the globe and is translated into many different languages. But nobody outside of Australia has ever heard of What's Good For You, and people inside Australia only ever watch it because nothing else is on. And finally, What's Good For You stars ex-Test cricketer Michael Slater. And are there any ex-cricketers on Mythbusters? No, not a one, zero, zip, zilch. So there you have it. Mythbusters and What's Good For You are completely different TV shows. So if you are one of those bastards going around suggesting there's some kind of lame copy, then it's time you got your facts straight. Hey Slats, I like your new look.
Not too gay, is it?
See you next week on Mythbusters. What's Good For You? Shit, I always do that.
I know.